Hello, friends and viewers. I welcome you once again to this channel of Pathfinder Defense Academy, where we'll be showing the next stage, that is the stage 2. What all happens in the stage 2? I'm quite sure you must have already seen my earlier videos of stage 1 and also the officers like qualities, those 15 qualities which are checked by all the three assessors, that is the psychologist, GTO and the interviewer. If you have not seen, then please go over it once again and you will find it very useful, because that is the stepping stone for the stage 2. Before I proceed further, don't forget to subscribe this channel, as also do press like in case you have liked this video. In this today's show, we are going to cover what all happens in the stage 2, what all things go around in the stage 2, what all tests are there in the stage 2. So, viewers, let's keep rolling. In the stage 2, the various tests which are held: the psychologist, the interview, and the GTO. These are the three assessors, all of them checking you, testing you individually without interacting with each other till the time the conference is held. So all the tests, there is no asking, no feedback is taken by one examiner from the other examiner. There is no interaction between these three assessors. That is very important to note, and accordingly prepare yourself for the various tests. Psychologist is also called the Mansa. That means he's playing through your mind. What all reactions, how you think, how you react, the psychologist is going to check, and they check it in your subconscious mind. The GTO, the ground testing officer, 2 days dedicated are allotted for the ground testing officer, and there are total of 9 tests which are held. And of course the interviewer, who interviews you, who knows about you, trying to know about you in detail, about your personality, about your bringing up, and a lot of other things he checks through only one interview. It is also called the psychology Mansa, Vacha, and the Karma. These are the three principles of the stage 2 testing. So let's go over them one by one. In the first, let's see what all happens in day 1. After you have been selected in your screen test onto the stage 2, the first test which is held is the psychology test. Early in the morning it will start, approximate time 3 to 3.5 hours. So that is held on the first day, and after lunch session or immediately after the psychology test, your interview session also starts. In the second day, you have the ground testing officer, day 1. That is again starting in the morning, finishing by around 11, 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then thereafter it is followed by the interview once again in the afternoon session. In day 3, that is the second day of the GTO test. So on the second day of the stage 2, total of about 4 to 5 tests of the GTOs are held, followed by the interview. On day 3, the balance of the 4/5 tests of the GTO are held, and in the afternoon session we have the interviews. And of course on the day 4 is the conference day. This is the day when all the three assessors, your psychologist, your interviewing officer, and the GTOs, they meet together first time. They interact with each other. They show the marks to each other, and then your compiled result is shown on a slide before you are called in for the conference. So let's go over one by one, day wise, what all tests are there in this stage 2. So as I mentioned, on the day 1 is the psychology test. The psychology test, the various tests which are held. The first test is the thematic appreciation test, which you commonly call it as TAT. Now remember, friends, in this test, basically 12 pictures are shown one after the other. The pictures are there in front of you for 30 seconds. You are given thereafter 4 minutes to write a story. Don't forget to bring out those OLQs which I have shown earlier. If you have not gone through it, please go over it again. and to reflect it in the hero whomsoever you are selecting in your picture. So one after the other, 12 pictures, out of which one will be a blank slide. In this blank slide, the 12th slide, you can in fact write any story whatever comes to your mind. So 12 stories, 12 pictures, one after the other. I am going over it again. So you have to complete in 4 minutes time each story. Immediately after that is your word appreciation test. In the word appreciation test, total of 60 words will be shown to you one after the other. Each word will be in front of you for 15 seconds. In those 15 seconds, you have to read the word, you have to think of the sentence which you are going to make, and of course, write that sentence. So 15 seconds for one word, so total 60 words, one after the other. It's type of a PowerPoint presentation, a PowerPoint show, which is which is there on the screen in front of you. So one after the other, once again 60 words. Total time taken will be around 15 minutes for the entire WAT, the word appreciation test. After this is your situation reaction test. Now this is something like the normal question paper type is given to you. It is no more on the screen. Question paper will be given to you in which 60 situations will be there. Now total time given is 30 minutes to complete the entire 60 situations. If you divide the number of questions by the time given, you will approximately get 30 seconds for one situation to react in case you want to complete the entire 60 reactions in that 30 minutes. You have to write it in the answer sheet, which is separately. You're not supposed to be writing on the question paper, but serially writing your reactions in a separate answer sheet, which will be collected by the psychologist immediately after 30 minutes. The next test in this psychology is your self-description. Now, total time given for self-description is about 15 minutes. In those 15 minutes, these are the various headings into which you are supposed to be writing. About half a page on each heading. What do the parents feel about you? Or what are the parents' opinion about you? What do the teachers feel about you? What are the teachers' opinion about you? What do the friends feel about you? What do you feel about yourself? That means your strengths and your weaknesses. And of course, the last weaknesses which you would like to overcome. Or at times, the fifth heading may be what are your future career options? So these are the basically four headings: parents' opinion, teacher's opinion, friend's opinion, your own opinion, and of course the fifth heading which is also there. So total time given is 5 minutes, 15 minutes in which you are supposed to be completing this self description. So that is all are the tests for the psychology part. Now this overall, all the tests, approximately it will take about 3 to 3.5 hours. So you start off in the morning, so you finish by around 10:30, 11, 11:30, it depends at what time your tests are starting. And as I told you, after this, your interview session will be held in the afternoon session. Your next test is your GTO test. Now remember friends, there are total of 9 GTO tests which are held. Now these are group discussion. 2 group discussions will be held. I will come to it subsequently. Then there is followed by group planning exercise. Now these are the 2 tests you can say which are indoor tests. After this, all the tests are outdoor tests. So 2 indoor tests and 7 outdoor tests. Next is your progressive group task. The group obstacle race, your half group task. Thereafter, the individual obstacle, a command task, a lecture of the public speaking test, and of course your final group task. Generally, the group task, group planning exercise, progressive group task, GOR, and half group task, the first 5 tests are completed in your first day of the GTO. The second day, we are generally covering the individual obstacles, command task, lecture it, and of course the final group task. So 5 tests in the GTO 1 day and 4 tests in the GTO 2 day. And of course it is followed by the interview. But before that, I will just in a few nutshell, I'll tell you what all is there in each of these things. In the group discussion, there will be total of 2 group discussions, and as a group, you will be given a separate chest numbers for the stage 2. Maximum will be around minimum 8, maximum 10 in a group, and within a group, the GTO will give you 2 topics. The first will be based either on the general knowledge or on any social topics, but he will give you choice of between the 2 subjects. The group can decide on which topic the group wants to carry out the discussion, and based on whatever decision you take as a group, the GTO will carry out the discussion part. Second topic, of course, if the first one was on social, then second will be on general current affairs. There are no choices. Whatever the GTO introduces the subject, you are supposed to be carrying out a group discussion. Very important to note, within the group, you must take part at least 4 to 5 times. You should be able to communicate your views, give your ideas, give your points regarding the particular subject. This is followed by the group planning exercise. This is basically nothing but a situation will be explained to you on the map. First the map will be explained, then the situation will be read to you. Of course, you'll be given a hard copy of that which you can consult. Thereafter, you are given 10 minutes to write your solution, individual solution for your group planning exercise. From that narrative which has been given to you, you are supposed to be identifying what all are the tasks, what all are the problems which you as a group are supposed to be solving. So your solution, individual solution also will be based on that. How will you tackle those situations? How will you tackle those problems? How will you execute those problems and within the time frame given? Thereafter, the answer sheet will be taken away by the GTO, and as a group, once again you carry out a group discussion to come to a common methodology of handling this exercise, coming as a group solution. The PGT, the HGT, PGT, HGT, command task and final group task. Now these are the tasks which are related to handling of the obstacles. As a group, how do you start line, from the start line, how do you go across till the finishing line based on the helping materials which are given to you, based on the obstacle pattern which will be there between the start line and the finishing line. So how you move as a group, how you lead, how you generate ideas, how to execute without touching the ground. There are few ground rules. There are at least 4 to 5 rules which are followed for this. Is based on your color rules, based on your rule of infinity, based on rule of distance, rule of force, and of course as a group you are supposed to be crossing and the auto bound areas. So these are the 4-5 rules which you must follow and do not violate those. Those will be explained to you in detail by the GTO before you start. So whenever you are starting, look at the obstacle pattern, how you are going to use the helping material to go and cross that obstacle from the start line to the finishing line. The only difference in these 4 tests, the progressive group task, there will be 4 such obstacle patterns. The first will be the easiest, and last one, the fourth one, will be the most difficult, where the difficulty factor increases from your first obstacle to the fourth obstacle. In your half group task, there will be only one set of obstacle, but the strength of the group will be half. So if you are a group of 10, in the HGT half group task, automatically there will be only 5. Methodology of doing it remains the same. And of course in the FGT, once again one obstacle, but the entire group is there together. It is a final confirmatory sort of a test which is held so that the GTO can assess, okay, whatever he has formed an opinion about you, whatever qualities you have exhibited in these various tests, are they in conformity with his findings or not. In the command task, obstacle is only one, the same helping material, but the difference here is that here you are nominated as the commander and you are given two subordinates from within your group. You can select those two subordinates, whomsoever you want them, and your leadership qualities in terms of those 15 qualities are just you are supposed to be getting the job done, getting the task done through your subordinates. So your leadership traits and all those 15 qualities are checked in each and every test. In the individual obstacle, there will be total of 10 obstacles. Time given will be 3 minutes. So you have to be physically tough. So viewers, in order to complete all 10 in those 3 minutes, please start building up your physical stamina. Do some jogging, do some physical exercises, go to the gym, build up your muscles. Then only you will be able to complete those 10 obstacles in 3 minutes. You can of course repeat, execute, but that only will be after you have completed all the 10 obstacles. Then only you can go for the repeating of those in case you have time. As far as the lecture or the public speaking is concerned, you will be given in a chit total of 4 subjects. You can choose any one subject out of that. It depends up to you. And you will be given 3 minutes to think it over what all you are going to speak. And then 3 minutes you are supposed to be in front of the whole group. You are supposed to be talking freely about that particular subject. The GOR, the group obstacle race. Now this is, as the name says, the race. It is a race. So it is a race between the various groups. So if 3 to 4 groups are there, all will be moving together, and there will be a total of 8 or 10 obstacles which as a group you are supposed to be crossing. And of course whosoever the winner last. So it's a basically just seeing your group dynamics especially, and your competitive spirit and your sportsman spirit and all those things, how you as a group, how you perform. So these are the various tests of the GTOs. Remember those 15 qualities. If you have not gone over it, please go over it again. All those 15 qualities will be checked in each and every test of the GTO. Let's move on to the interview part. Interviews, as I told you, will be held in the afternoon session of day 1, day 2 or day 3. It depends when your number comes and when you are called for the interview. Whenever you are called for the interview, please be formally dressed for that. The total duration of interview will be about 40 to 45 minutes. At times, it may even go up to 1 hour, or at times it may be 35 minutes, 30 minutes, but generally at an average 40 to 45 minutes. So be mentally prepared and answer all the questions which are asked by the interviewing officer. Once again, as an interviewing officer, he is checking those 15 qualities. How many of those qualities do you have in you? And based on that, his assessment as an interviewing officer will be final. On the last day, that is the day 4, as I told you, the conference day, all the 3 assessors, this is the first time they will be meeting, and they share your scores, their individual scores, how much you have scored as a candidate before you are called in for the conference. And then of course there will be normal chit chatting with the candidate, and once every candidate has got the turn, once they have finished with all those 30 to 40 candidates who were selected for the stage 2, your results will be told. So viewers, I have covered what all are the various tests for the stage 2, how to exhibit your those 15 qualities in each and every test. Don't forget to contact the Pathfinder Defense Academy at Lucknow on the mobile numbers which are being shown below. Do contact us. We will tell you how to score all 60 out of 60 VAT, how to score all 60 out of 60 the SRTs. So here is the opportunity, here is the academy which is giving you a stepping stone, how to perform the excellent and how to exhibit those 15 qualities in each and every test. Don't forget to come to us. We will guide you. But before I end, don't forget to please subscribe the our YouTube channel, and of course to press the like. Thank you.